welcome to another video. I got out of work yesterday, noticed I had a check engine light, and the car was running a little crummy, kind of at a stop. So I'm going to go check the code with the access port from Cobb, and the check engine light's solid. It's not blinking. Apparently, if the check engine light is blinking, that means do not drive the car. I drove it home fine. The only thing it's doing is what it has been doing, is a rough idle from the stoplight. So we fixed that in a previous video with the Cobb access port by turning up the idle. And so now I'm thinking the weather has something to do with it, but we'll go see, check the code, see what code it is, and maybe we'll fix it. Alright, so this is what we're working with. Check it out. Cruise control flashing. See if you can see that. Cruise control is flashing. I don't have that on. Check engine light is solid. Tire pressure sensor is telling me there's a low tire. It's probably because we've had fairly warm temperatures, and then this week has been just super bitter cold. And then the traction control light is on, and that's even with me, you know, hitting the traction control button, trying to turn it on and off, and it's not going off. So what I'm going to do now is use the access port, go to troubleshooting, and run the code, see what happens. P0171 System 2 Lean Extreme Fuel Trims. So we're going to go see how we can fix that. P0171. Okay, so I ran the code, checked the code online. It says it's a code for the system being too lean, which means you're not getting enough fuel or you're getting too much air. So what I'm going to try now, instead of taking it to the shop, is see if I can tinker with it with the access port, see if I can change the map, go back to stock, see if that helps. If it doesn't, we'll have to take it to the shop. They'll have to do like a vacuum leak check and a fuel pressure check. It does have an aftermarket fuel pump, so that could be something to do with it. But I've never had any problems with it so far, and it seems to be running fine other than when you're sitting at a light and it kind of stumbles on itself. Okay, so I threw the code and it was idling rough, so I adjusted the idle with the Cobb access port, and I've been running that for about a week or two for now. Probably about closer to 2 weeks. So then I got a code yesterday after work, so I ran the code today, said it was running too lean, so I changed it to a stage 1 tune. The check engine light disappeared, but I had poor throttle response, so I re-uploaded the stage 2 tune that I had been running the whole time I've owned the car. The check engine light is still gone, which may be because we reset the ECU, but it's driving fine. I turned off the idle tunes that I had, not tune, but the idle adjustments that I had done previously. I turned those off. So now it is running fine. I'm stopped right now. Normally it would be shaking, just acting a little funky, but it's actually working fine. I don't know if you can see that, but normally the RPM gauge would be fluctuating way more than it is now and kind of giving you a vibration, but it's not doing that anymore. So I'm just going to drive it now, see if the check engine light comes back on. If it does, I'll take it to the shop, but as of right now, I'm leaning towards, I think it may be the idle adjustments that I did. So just keep that in mind. If you use the Cobb access port to adjust your idle, it can throw code possibly. So I'm just going to continue driving, and I'm not going to take it to the shop until I get another check engine light. If it's the same code, I'm going to take it back to the shop, see if that helps. That's going to be my last resort then. So I'm going to keep driving it, see what happens. So I'm just going to wait it out, see what happens. If the check engine light comes back on, then I'll take it to the shop. But if it doesn't, it could have been from adjusting the idle with the access port, and the car's ECU just didn't know what to do, so it threw code after a week or two. So yeah, if you like these videos, just like and subscribe. I'll keep making them. I try to make them once a week. I'm not always able to. We got a wedding coming up, so might not be able to make them the next 3 weeks or so, but I'll continue up into that point. So just leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks.